Welcome back to the Paranormal Classroom, where we take attendance for the unexplained. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Lindsay, and we're two teacher moms talking about stuff that freaks us out.
Today we're diving deep into the mysterious forests of Native American lore to meet some pint-sized troublemakers.
Oh!
The Puckwudgies!
That's right! You hinted that you were going to do Puckwudgies.
It just cracked me up that you didn't know what
I don't think I've ever heard of it, for sure.
These mischievous little folk are known for causing chaos and playing tricks. Think of them as nature's original pranksters with a supernatural twist.
Awesome. I wonder... Okay, but that's it. That's the hook. I gotta stop. I can't talk.
Hook? Yeah. What's haunting you, Linz?
Oh my gosh. There's so much on this plate of mine. But I think that's the way I must secretly like it. Because as soon as my plate gets balanced and like, oh yeah, this feels good. This is light. I can carry this around. Then I go and take another heaping spoonful of some sort of responsibility. So... The biggest thing on the plate is, of course, a candidacy campaign adventure. But then, which is all very, very steep learning curve, way out of my comfort zone, and I am diving into the deep end in slow motion. That's sort of what it feels like.
Oh, that's a weird feeling.
There's just so much cannonball. And then, as if that weren't enough, on top of full-time employment, podcasting, which is my candy every week, and then the campaign. Then I decided to try to do my son a favor and wash his brand new Ford Mustang for him. I mean, it's not a new car, it's new to us. And took it through a car wash. Well, no, I went to the car wash.
I haven't heard the story yet.
You haven't?
No, I've been.
Oh my god! Oh, that's right, because I was so stressed out,
embarrassed and stressed, and so
yes, and I
finally get to hear the story.
I had all these other meetings and stuff. That's right. Okay, so. My son was worried about his car being dirty, and I was like, well, I'll just take it to get it washed for you real quick. Pop down the street, like not a mile away, maybe mile and a half. Get it to the gas station car wash, roll up, pay my money through the little machine, there's $6, $8, or $12 wash. I do the $12 because I'm like, I'm going to really do this right, especially the first time. Get back in the car. I always have to kind of get out of the car because I got T-Rex arms, so to reach the thing. So then I get back in the car, close the door, put it into drive forward about 3 feet, and then I see on the right side of the hood he has his antenna going up. And I stop and I'm like, oh, I've heard horror stories of car washes just ripping antennas right off of cars. So I was like, I'm going to get out and go see if I can twist it off. And if I can, I'll put it in the car. And if I can't, then it'll probably be fine in a car wash. So... I step out of the car. Well, I put it into another gear, like thinking it was in park. Open the door, step out. It was in reverse. So the next thing I know, I kind of like, it sounds so dramatic, but I did really kind of black out. Like, it took me a while to piece together all the things I just told you, those steps. Like even right after it happened. And all of a sudden I just heard, and the window shattered, the driver's side window shattered into a million pieces. I screamed like a ninny. And then it knocked me, the car's rolling, and it could not have been going more slowly, really. But the window hit that machine, the pay machine, and that's what shattered it.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it didn't hit it hard, but just the pressure of the car rolling backwards, and then the window hits it, and then it just like, bam, went everywhere. I've never seen a window do that before. And then the door went... the wrong direction.
Oh my god.
So that was on Saturday. Today is Thursday. I just got it into a shop today, thanks to a colleague of mine. I have to come to terms with the fact that I'm just a bad driver, I think.
I don't know, Linz. I don't know. Or you just have bad luck. Like I said, you need a protection charm.
I have really bad luck. Yeah. I do need a protection charm. If anybody's got any good auto transportation, blessings, saints,
she needs it.
I'll take them all.
She needs it.
Pour them in a bucket and send it my way, and I'll dump it all over every vehicle. Oh gosh, this poor car. I mean, it's just beat up. It's beat to heck. There's so many things dented, smashed, broken off, just from stupid stuff. So yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And that was your son's car. I don't know if you said this, but you just got the car for your son. He hasn't even driven it yet.
He has not. He's only 15.
And That's just it's so stressful. I'm sorry. With
It's all
everything else you have
good.
going on.
It's all good. And I feel like we're on a turning point today was finding a shop, getting it to a shop, and somebody that I think is really going to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
And good. My son doesn't turn 16 till July 31st.
Okay, you got
so
a while
I've got
to get
some
it fixed
time.
up.
Yeah, my goal is June 27th.
Did I tell you that a couple times ago when we went to Hops and Drops after work? We went to Hops and Drops and
someone parked too close to you or something?
Yeah, and I couldn't get into the driver's side, so I got in the passenger side and I tried to climb over my own console to get. It was horrible, Lindsay, because I had to like.
We don't really bend that way anymore.
I'm really overweight and I'm just not flexible or athletic. And so I turned my body.
We have will, man. We will do it.
I know, I wanted to get home.
Mind over matter.
I turned my body backwards. You have to picture it. I have like one knee on the passenger seat, straddling the console with the other knee on my seat, and I'm facing the back of the car, right? So my butt's up against the windshield. And I got stuck there.
No!
Yeah, and I got stuck there. Like I was trying to move my body. I'm like I couldn't go back to the passenger side. I couldn't move. I had to finish my twist, right? I've done it 180 degrees. I got to do the other 180 to get into the seat. But the steering wheel's in the way. My butt's on the window, and like people are walking by, right?
You're like, nothing to see here.
I actually was really hopeful that you would come out of Hops and Drops and see me so you could save me, but you never. Anyway,
you left early or something? I was still in there.
You might have left. I mean, I think we left at the same time, I guess. And
I went one way and you went the other.
And I was stuck in my car for
a good, like, 10 minutes. You need a life alert for that. You need like a button on your phone you can push to call me. You don't call anybody else. It's like me. I made the fatal error one time of running out of gas. Again, this just goes into the file of not a great driver. But I ran out of gas on the off-ramp to my house. Like I was so close.
That's crazy.
And I stupidly called my husband. And everybody, because of course then I post about it on Facebook because self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
And every female I know was like, you never call your husband. Call me. Never call the man.
We need like a lady lifeline.
We do.
Like alert.
There's an app for that. If there isn't, we need to make it.
That's what we're doing this podcast. We keep coming up with great ideas.
We do.
We need like a network of ladies. Contact us if you're interested, and we'll just like help
for
each other
life-saving maneuvers without judgment.
No judgment. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I need something fixed.
You're not going to call back to it later, like throw it in our face when we do another stupid thing. Oh, remember that time you... It's not going to be a joke at parties that you get to throw out about us. This is 100% no judgment, and all is forgotten immediately thereafter.
I need that in my life so bad. I love it.
We can make that happen. I know there's like a bunch of people in this area, a bunch of women in this area. I know already because they were on that post.
I ran out of gas in your driveway. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Because
that's right. Because you were on an incline.
I had gas, but your driveway's at an incline, angle.
Right.
And the angle I was parked at, I couldn't get the car started.
Well, there was so little gas that it wouldn't register.
I would have made it to a gas station if I'd been parked flat.
Yeah, the one that was a mile away from my house, maybe, but I would have followed you just to be sure. I wouldn't have let Mike follow you, but I would have followed you.
So he took gas out of like your
lawnmower, I think,
and put it in my car.
Oh gosh, that's so funny. The things we have to do.
Okay, you want to learn about Puckwudgies?
About what? Puckwudgies. Okay, we have to say that very clearly. Puckwudgies. I was like, a what wedgie? Maybe that's what our app will be called.
Okay. Puckwudgies. Puckwudgies folktales, they originate from people's tribe called the Wampanoag.
Oh, the Wampanoag.
Wampanoag, okay.
That's the tribe that is linked historically somewhat accurately, mostly inaccurately, to the first Thanksgiving.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's neat. Wampanoag, that's how you say it?
Yep. That's how I've always said it. I don't know.
All right, they're an indigenous tribe primarily around the Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Cape Cod area. Mm-hmm. Can you picture it? Mm-hmm. Give me your honest first reaction when I said the word Puckwudgie. What kind of image comes to your mind?
A tiny little, almost like, what's the gremlin's name in Gremlins? The little guy. Does he have a name?
Oh, yeah, Mowgli.
Mogwai. I don't know. You guys know what we're talking about. That little guy, but smaller. Like fuzzy, cute little big eyes. But then like, he's got fangs like Wolverine.
Like those dolls that look cute, but you squeeze them and then they're face contorts and
And
their
the
fangs
fangs
come out.
come
Have you seen
out?
those dolls?
No,
you
but-
just squeeze them and they...
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it is horrifying, but I love them.
That's a nightmare material. But yeah, the little tiny, like maybe 5 inches tall,
Okay.
4 inches wide, 4 or 5 inches wide, fangs, fur kind of matted, but they make that sound. And they have little Wolverine fangs.
Yeah, I love it. You're very close. Very close. In the stories, they're small, but more like 2 to 3 feet tall. So it's a little bigger than
Heck of a lot taller.
a mogwai.
That's a child. Oh my gosh.
They are humanoid. They walk upright. They have rough grayish skin, which has been described as either having like porcupine quill texture or moss covered. Whatever it is, it helps them blend in.
Sure, a camouflage of some kind.
Camouflage of some kind. Large glowing eyes. An elvish or troll-like face with mischievous features and exaggerated features like a long nose.
Big ears.
Long teeth, long fingers.
Interesting.
That when I hear it, I imagine. Remember in Harry Potter, the people at the bank,
Oh, the goblins.
goblins. That's how it
But
they kind of
skinnier?
pop up in my head. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Did you ever read? I don't think you did because I think I've talked about it before. Grant Wilson's book. Grant Wilson, the co-founder of Ghost Hunters, and
He wrote a book?
He did write. He wrote a biography,
Wow.
and he talks about things that he saw when he was a child. That kind of led him into this field. And then one of their cases, they had some sort of like wood nymph sort of thing.
Neat.
They actually like I can't remember the book. Like they claimed to have seen it or caught it on film or something, that it would like go in and ransack the kitchen and
Oh my
stack the
gosh.
plates like up in the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of like what you described. I don't think that tall, maybe more like a foot to 18 inches tall, but almost like a little stick figure, like a tree nymph or a tree sprite, or I forget what they called it, but an elemental, essentially.
That's wild.
Yeah, and they were dealing with that in one of their cases.
I want to read his
supposedly.
book.
It's really
wild.
good. It's really good. My husband got it for me for Christmas. Like, I love him. He's great.
I do too, and I've mentioned it before. I'll just say it real quick. But I have a friend who worked for him on Ghost Hunters,
Right.
and the friend I trust, and she has nothing but things to say about him, about how honest he is, and
Yeah.
how, it's so
He's a
crazy.
good dude.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're pretty big. They're sizable things.
Yeah.
They live in the woods.
Live in the woods,
Okay.
and like related cryptids. Maybe this is the same thing, maybe, but like gremlins, brownies, leprechauns,
Brownies?
goblins.
I've never heard of brownies.
You never heard of
Go ahead, ask your
brownies?
spouse.
Same kind of thing though. Like you never heard of brownies.
No, except for like there's Girl Scouts and there's brownies.
Well, I could
But-
I could do another episode on brownies, but it's the same kind
Okay.
of something small, mischievous.
Elemental, woodsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm just like listing cryptids that are kind of in the same
Okay.
family. Gnomes,
Oh, they're that.
goblins, like
okay.
anything small, mischievous, from the woods,
Sure.
kind of fits in.
Fairies? Would fairies be?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so but to know a little bit more about these guys, the Puckwudgies, you also need to know about a character in this Native American folklore, the Wampanoag. Say it again for me.
I've always read it as Wampanoag.
Okay, the Wampanoag people had a hero who was like a god, and his name was Mashop or Mashop.
Okay.
And he was human-like, but he was colossal, like a giant.
Huh.
And he was very, very benevolent and good. He protected and fed the Wampanoag people. So, like, all of their stories are like Mashop, his footsteps created the valleys and the ponds that they used to get
cool.
food. And he smokes out of a pipe, and the smoke forms the clouds in the sky.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's so poetic.
It is. And so that was their guy, Mashop. And originally, Mashop and the Puckwudgies, they're all just like a friendly part of nature, part of the world around the Wampanoags.
Okay.
And they use them to like describe all these things that are happening. They live in harmony with humans and with Mashop. The Puckwudgies were like nature spirits that help protect the land. They were really curious of humans and the Wampanoag. They were intrigued by them, and they would interact playfully with them. But over time, the story
Just
is
takes one.
over time, The Puckwudgies started to grow very jealous because Moshop was getting all the favor, all the attention, all the, like, thank you, Moshop, for bringing us food. Thank you, Moshop.
All the praise, all the
all of
glory.
it. All of it.
Well, were they doing anything to produce, or were they just being playful? Like, you gotta, if you want the accolades, you gotta produce something.
That was a good question.
You don't get something for nothing, little Puckwudgies. Pull your dang weight. It's only, what, 15 pounds?
So these little Puckwudgies, they felt overlooked and unappreciated compared to Moshop.
God, sounds like kindergartners.
I know.
Oh, God. Why do the 5th graders get to go to camp? Because they're 5th graders. Can you even imagine? We'd lose 75% of you guys.
Oh, man, I lost a kindergartner once on the first day of my 1 year.
I think you told me the first day. That's
He
right.
was fine. He was fine, by the way.
Please tell the interject. You have to tell the story. Tangent.
Oh, it was a nightmare. So I was asked to cover for a kindergarten teacher who had to leave at the last minute, right? And we didn't have enough time to get another sub, or maybe we did, but like they really wanted somebody who was in the building, on the staff, familiar with, and would really just like be there and love on the kids. And so that was me. So I gave up my job that I was hired for to go be a kindergarten teacher for the first day of school, for the first week of school. Anyway, this kids come in and I wasn't at all prepared. Like I had 8 hours notice to be a kindergarten teacher.
Oh
and
my gosh.
I'd been a kindergarten teacher before.
Day.
Yeah, I'd been a kindergarten teacher before. I mean, I kind of knew what to do, but it wasn't my room. I didn't have the systems. I didn't have the routines. I hadn't practiced, and it was day one.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just kind of winging it. We had a great day, but they go out to recess.
Fortunately, it's kindergarten. It's a lot of this is how we sit down. This is how we line up.
Yeah. But at recess, I leave them because that's when I go to have lunch. And the recess teachers take them from there.
Sure.
They've got 30 minutes to play. And then when the whistle blows, they need to line up and get into the cafeteria for lunch.
To eat.
So I guess this really wasn't my fault, but...
No, this sounds like there was a handoff issue somewhere.
Yeah, because the handoff issue, because the PE teacher blew the whistle and he went and hid underneath the play structure.
Because he didn't want to come in. He didn't want it to be over.
He just wanted to keep playing.
Yeah.
No. But I'm in there in the lunchroom and I'm helping the kids get food. I finished my lunch and I joined them in the cafeteria to help the kids with their lunch. And I failed to do a head count. I should have done a head count then.
There's been so many times I have failed to do a head count. It's just a miracle I haven't lost anybody. And
I didn't know any of the kids yet, and I didn't realize that I was one short until we were done with lunch. And then we're walking back, and I finally do my head count.
You realize, wait a second.
One short. I absolutely panicked.
Of course you
did. I lost a kid, and I don't know how long ago I lost a kid. It's been a whole hour, right?
Oh my gosh.
So, but
they could be anywhere, these kids. They could climb fences. They can do all kinds of
anything. Also, I didn't know who it was because I didn't know any of their names yet.
Oh
so
my gosh.
all I knew was
it's not like you have photo flashcards.
Right. I couldn't remember whose face was missing, whose name was missing. I just knew that I was one number short.
Oh no. Oh no, what happened?
I knew the most logical place would be that he would be at recess. So I go out there, but recess now is filled with second graders.
Oh, he's like, this is awesome.
And I don't know what he looks like.
Oh no. Where's Waldo?
I don't have a name to call. I was just completely out there.
You just look for the smallest one?
Yeah, that's all you can do. What else can you do? And the recess teachers were helping me, and the other second graders were helping me, and we eventually found him. He was just playing.
Of course he was.
On the playground. Just this tiny little kid. He didn't care that he'd missed lunch. And
no, it was just a part.
He didn't know he was missing his class. He had no idea.
Wow, that's hilarious.
So he was safe and he was happy, and I got him food, but I think I got a million gray hairs that day.
Yeah, that's so funny. You guys, being a teacher, man. They throw you sometimes into hot boiling water and then they're like, swim.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Actually, that happens. Okay, so now the Puckwudgies are jealous, Linz. They're jealous. And they shift
Get a job, Puckwudgies.
They shift from harmony to hostility.
Never good.
Never good. And they start playing cruel tricks on humans.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we'll go over some of the cruel tricks.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Would you rather see in the woods, would you rather see Bigfoot or a Puckwudgie?
Oh, that's Bigfoot. Simply because it's more familiar.
Yeah.
A Puckwudgie, I'd be like, I wouldn't even, like, a Bigfoot, I think I say it like it's totally scientific. I know what to expect. I totally know what to expect with a Bigfoot encounter. I don't at all.
You're so funny.
I think with Puckwudgies, I don't even know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. I think a Bigfoot, I'd react like it was a grizzly bear and just ball up and cry and beg for my life. And it would probably just be bored and walk away. But a Puckwudgie, you don't know.
We don't even know yet what they do.
No, is it a harmful one? Is it or a helpful one?
No,
we don't know.
It's kind of cruel. It's cruel and mischievous and not nice.
No, thank you.
Because they're jealous little things.
And they sound like they're pretty creepy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might
be.
Bigfoot
Bigfoot supposedly stinks really bad. So
I don't think the Puckwudgies stink.
Okay. If I had to choose one to hug, I might go with a Puckwudgie.
Just watch your back.
Yep.
So here's the kinds of things the Puckwudgies are known for.
Okay.
Leading people off of cliffs or into forests.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
You did?
Yeah, leading people off. I'm like...
Yeah, off of cliffs. Or just into forests to get lost.
That's not a trick. That's murder. You were like, they tricked people. They started tricking people. Well, right. To death.
You know what that makes me think of? I get so mad when people call accidents accidents.
Oh,
Guess
me
what?
too. It's carelessness.
They're not accidents. It's carelessness.
If you are doing everything you can to avoid the situation and something tragic happens anyway that's out of your control, accident.
Yeah.
If you are not abiding by the expectations or
that's not an accident.
You don't put the car in park before you get out of it,
right?
That's carelessness.
Right.
As much as I hate to admit it, I thought I was being careful. I didn't push it hard enough into park.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So yeah,
but
no, I have the same beef. Like when the kids drop their iPads, they're holding it, holding it literally, no hands, balancing it on their heads. It falls on the ground, and they're like, "It was an accident." I'm like, "No, it wasn't, jabroni. It was a full-on carelessness act." Here's the difference, and they don't get it.
No. No, it's just
if I whack it out of your hand and you're holding it as tightly as you can, that's an accident.
All right, man. So one of the common tales says the Puckwudgies would lure travelers into the woods, causing them to become hopelessly lost. And in some stories, they mimic voices of loved ones.
Oh, like a mimic.
Yeah, drawing victims deeper until they fall from cliffs or vanish.
Oh, that's not nice.
That's not nice.
That's not nice.
But I think that these stories and a lot of our stories are like told to warn kids.
Yes, stay out of the woods.
Yeah.
Don't go in the woods. Too far. Stay close to home. Stay buddy system.
Mm-hmm.
Careful who and what you trust. Trust your instincts, not some other influence like voices or, yeah. A lot of warning in those stories for sure. Did your parents ever do the boogeyman stories or?
No, my parents.
We talked about that with Lego, don't I?
My parents were nice to me.
So were mine. My mom listens to the podcast. My dad was the one who would do the which I've also talked about before, and the Jaws song. Whole reason I hate open water. Yeah, that I knew a lot of kids whose parents would tell them better go to bed. You better stay in your bed. A boogeyman's going to get you.
Oh, that's horrible. I think that's horrible.
I agree. I think that's mental, emotional manipulation.
My gosh.
Just because you want to watch your scary movie or something, you don't want them interrupting.
No. I don't like it when people trick kids. I think it's super disrespectful. You need to respect them.
Yeah.
I know they're kids.
And don't jump scare kids.
No.
I think that's really mean.
Well, most of the witness stories of Puckwudgies, they come from a specific area in New England called the Bridgewater Triangle. Have you heard of that?
You've mentioned that before.
Have
I? Yeah. You were like, I want to look at I know you talked about ley lines. I thought you mentioned the Bridgewater.
Yes, this is supposed to have ley lines and stuff in it.
I thought you referenced it in something else.
I might have.
Or maybe I did with the Washington, D.C. UFO story. I can't remember.
Oh, that might have been it. So this is in Massachusetts area, and it's known for having a concentration of paranormal activity.
I think it was in that D.C. story.
Yeah. There's a forest there called Freetown State Forest.
Okay.
And it's like a hot spot for Puckwudgie reports.
Say that 5 times fast. Puckwudgie report. Puckwudgie report. Do they have signage watch out?
Oh my gosh! If you made a sign, what would your sign say?
5 miles.
Just watch out for Puckwudgies.
It would just have a Puckwudgie like a silhouette, a black silhouette on a yellow diamond, rhombus, whatever, kite-shaped sign. And it would just be like with arms out, fingers in claw mode. And it's like little gangly hairs or whatever. And then it would just be like, just very matter of fact, next 5 miles.
I want to make that sign so bad.
We need shirts.
Can that be our new logo or something?
We need shirts. We need to start making just fantasizing about merch.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do that for all kinds of cryptids. I love it. Okay, so the witnesses in this area, this Freetown State Forest, they claim to have seen little small grayish figures with glowing eyes watching them from the woods.
Huh. Could they be aliens?
Sure, absolutely. Or they could be like, what were the goblins in
Or just
Kentucky?
a bunch of possums?
They could be possums.
I had a possum in my backyard 2 days ago.
You did?
I did, a big one. I went to let my dogs out in the backyard, and then something just told me, hold up. And so I just looked out the door, and I saw movement, and I was like, is that a cat? No, that's not a cat. And it was on the inside of my fence, on the ground, on the fence line, just
Maybe
big possum.
Maybe they're just big possums. I think you.
But I don't know if possums have eye shine. I don't think possums have eye shine.
Oh.
I don't think you'd see their eyes glowing at night.
We met you. It just reminds me of have you heard of the Kelly Hopkinsville incident?
No. Good golly, you are full of
I'm full of them. And that's another story.
I thought I was. You're even more full. You get fuller every week, and we let one out every week.
I know.
Or every
I did not. You told me the other day, or a while ago, you were like, I'm kind of running low on ideas, but I don't think you are. But I'm definitely not running low. I have like a plethora. With the Kelly Hopkinsville goblins, it was like a goblin, just like these Puckwudgies is how they describe them, but they came into a house in like Kentucky or something, and they think they were aliens, but
interesting.
Long way around. Yes, I do think these could be
possible
connections with some of the alien stories that people have that look similar. Little gray, 3 feet tall.
That makes me think. Okay, so let's just go with that theory for a second. Let's say they're aliens, like actual biological beings from another planet that are maybe more sophisticated than us, and let's just say, like back in the Wampanoag, early Wampanoag tribal, not early, but back when you were telling the story, that they're jealous of this godlike creature or being getting all the credit for stuff. When maybe it was really these aliens with a higher level of like technology or different systems that they'd somehow found ways to like teach or assist the people with, and then the people are attributing it to this entity that doesn't even exist. And they just get tired of being taken for granted and they snap. It happens to all moms at some point.
I love your theory.
I don't know. Who knows?
I love it. In this forest, hikers report being pushed, scratched, stalked by shadows, like your typical all the paranormal things.
All the things, creepy things that happen in the woods. Don't go in the woods.
They have reported seeing something small darting through the trees and then vanishing. So some of them think they can like turn invisible. Kind of like Bigfoot, right? Don't people? Yeah. Some people think Bigfoot can go invisible.
Yeah, like cloaking.
Cloaking.
Like that's in Predator.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people think Bigfoot could do that. Which is just like a higher level of camouflage.
Yeah, like a chameleon on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Or an octopus.
Or on electricity or of some kind.
Neat.
Yeah. Neato.
Well, I don't go on like hiking things by myself. I don't have like a true fear of these creatures. No, I don't camp.
Hiking sucks.
I don't hike.
Camping is just a lot of work to do a lot of work.
Yes.
Ugh.
So I feel like I'm pretty safe from the
We're good here in the suburban America. We're pretty safe.
Just got possums.
Yes. Possums and porch pirates.
Okay, so here's a woman named Joan. In the 1990s, a woman named Joan was walking her dog in the Freetown State Forest when her dog unexpectedly pulled her off the trail. And then she saw a small creature standing on a rock. She described him as looking like a troll, 2 feet high with pale gray skin and hair on his arms and the top of his head. His torso made up the majority of his body, and he had very short legs.
Same.
this encounter, Joan reported that the creature began appearing at her bedroom window at
Nope.
night, staring at her.
Violation. Nope.
These unsettling
That's what
visitations.
followed her home.
I know.
Gross.
And all it does is stare at her.
Be helpful. Like, bring in the garbage cans. Do something. I'll give you 5 minutes peeping Tom time if you help out.
I would totally make that arrangement. Absolutely.
What else can you do for me? Let's see. Pull the weeds. I hate pulling weeds because
Vacuum
there's
up
always
the dog hair.
spiders that live underneath the weeds.
Ooh.
Water the plants that I can't get a watering system
Yeah.
to and requires a can. There's a long old
You
list.
do that? You can just stare at me through the window. Go for it.
Take
Deal.
stuff to the dump.
Deal.
Yeah.
Joan reported the creature was appearing at her bedroom window, and then they kept happening. The visitations kept happening, and she eventually moved to another county to get away.
The reason for breaking the lease. I can't take being stared at by a Puckwudgie anymore.
Another account comes from a man named Tom. Tom first encountered a Puckwudgie as a teenager. While he was walking in the woods at night, he saw a glowing, pulsing light, just a light. He says, I noticed a dim light, like in the form of a ball in front of me. That's like an alien
crazy.
story. Yeah.
That's
Like,
awesome.
in the ball in front of me. It was white and swelled like it was breathing.
That's awesome.
It rose to about my shoulders and then flew into the woods.
That's gotta be alien.
Maybe. Or like, remember the movie Brave with Merida?
Oh,
She
yeah.
had those little light
What were
sprites.
those called? Oh, they have a name in Scottish lore. What are the blue sprites in the movie Brave called? ? Will-o'-the-wisps.
Will-o'-the-wisps.
Spiritual, ethereal beings that represent past lives. Oh, I didn't know that. Represent past lives. They have the appearance of small, floating, bright blue flames. Interesting. So
That's
something
cool.
similar, but obviously white and almost like it was also kind of beckoning him to follow.
Right, beckoning him.
Yeah.
So Tom followed the light, and then he saw a short, furry, humanoid figure, which emitted an eerie moan before disappearing into the trees.
Creepy moan.
It says it was an eerie moan.
Eerie moan.
And disappearing in the trees, so like moaning and backing up into the trees.
Like Homer Simpson.
And then years later, while he was sitting in his parked car in the forest, he saw the same creature.
Time out. Why are you in your parked car in the forest?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Oh, this is how you have to get to the forest somehow. Maybe he's.
But you don't drive
pulled up in
into
there.
the forest. Okay, maybe. I just don't get out much out there. Like, I just don't. I park in a parking lot and I walk into the woods, like at a park or a hiking trail. And let's use the term loosely. Like, a trail that just leads 100 yards down to a beach.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. But you know how you
Half-mile
park
trail.
in a cement lot and then
Right.
you go? He's driving straight up into the woods.
I guess. I'm kind of picturing just a wooded parking lot. We have a bunch of those in Washington.
Okay,
We've
sure.
done it.
Okay, we'll go with that.
And this time, get this. So he sees the creature. He's in his car. The car's engine and radio turn on by themselves. Like crazy electronic
Messing
stuff.
Okay.
Just all these paranormal stories that we have been
All
talking
of the
about.
crossover
There's so
links.
much crossover.
Yep.
Really interesting to me.
It's all about energy. I am 100% convinced everything is tied back to just simple physics and biology of like just energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really much simpler, I think, than we make stuff. It's just about energy channeling and connection, and I don't know. I mean, obviously it's more complicated than just saying, it's just balls of energy.
I know.
But I think it is like kind of the root word of the whole, all the things that are going on between us and among us and around us. Energy.
Energy, vibration. I hear that a lot, and I've tried researching it. I really do try. I've told you I've tried like watching physics videos, and I'm just not getting the concept.
It's very hard for me to understand too. I did not take high-level science classes because it just broke my brain. I could take high-level humanities, languages, writing, all that kind of stuff. But when it came to the hard sciences, I really struggled.
Me too. Well, that's pretty much my Puckwudgie story. But I was wondering, because you're going to go travel on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Do you think
Should
you
I
have
do
an
a little
opportunity to go visit Freetown Forest?
in Massachusetts?
It is in Massachusetts. Is that too
Definitely
far?
not. That's too far.
Shoot.
If there's some Puckwudgie cousins in the DC, Virginia, Maryland area, hit me up.
You don't want to put that out there,
the Paranormal Classroom.
Follow you to your
Well,
house.
I will probably be, I'll be sleeping on the second or third floor of a university residence hall, so hopefully I don't see any Puckwudgies out my window.
Yeah.
On the third floor.
You know what? I think you do know brownies. You do know what they are. Did you see the movie Willow with Val Kilmer?
Way back when.
There's tiny little brownies in that.
I don't remember them.
They're just like humans, but like this big.
Oh.
Size of your hand.
Oh, interesting. Mm-hmm. Were they played by actors that they did like tricks like they did with the hologram of Leia in Star Wars, where they make her look all small?
I don't know. They must have. It was because it was made in the 80s, I guess. So.
Yeah, they had some funny tricks for movies. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Puckwudgies.
Puckwudgies.
Punks of the paranormal world.
Punks of the paranormal world. Possums and punks. Puckwudgies.
Do people still see them? Like, more modern day, do you think?
I think so, but I think they also could use different words for them, like
brownies.
Like brownies, gremlins, goblins.
Okay.
Gnomes, leprechauns.
Well, before we wrap up, we have big news to share.
We do? That we got 50 cents? Is that what you mean? We made our first money, everybody.
Yeah, we did.
50 cents.
We're rolling in it over here.
I know what you're going to say. It is big news.
It's huge news.
Yes, tell everybody.
If you are familiar with the, My Favorite Murder, the Exactly Right Media company, one of their podcasts is another one of my favorites, and we've talked about it many, 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 many times. I've talked about it. It's called Bananas, and it's hosted by Kurt Brownell and Scotty Landis, and guess what? Scotty Landis is going to be on our podcast next week.
Woo!
I cannot believe it. We are Zooming with him on Tuesday afternoon.
We're going to meet a real famous person.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yay.
So he is a tremendous Hollywood horror film writer, comedic writer, just a good, humble, approachable dude. So I got to see them at their Tacoma show, their Bananas live show at Tacoma a couple years ago, and it was awesome. And I'm looking forward to it very, very much.
That's awesome. And you're making me think of homework. For homework, if you have a question you want to ask us to ask Scotty Landis, you can send that in as your homework.
Yes, absolutely. He says he's got some cool spooky childhood stories.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
he's probably never shared them with anybody either.
He grew up in Maryland, so old for the United States.
Maryland? Stories. Is it close to Puckwudgie land?
Yeah, it's not far. I mean, Maryland's close to D.C.
Sounds good. All right, class dismissed.
And don't open the door. Goodbye.